Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with something that's definitely different. I know you're looking at this here at the start going, Gimpy, are you losing your marbles? You're showing us toys. There's a reason I'm showing you toys, okay? Bear with me, we'll get to it. But what I wanted to show you guys is something neat that I had seen, all right? So this is called Snap Ships Build to Battle. These are toys, okay? You can get them on Amazon. I actually found this one on sales, like 10 bucks. So I went ahead and ordered one of these, and in the background, you're seeing me put it together. And I figured, okay, I can give it to my little boy, but I want to see what these things are all about before I get into the other stuff later. But they're kind of like advanced Legos in a way, I guess. There's a core block that's the main building point when you're looking at the ship themselves, but then they've got all these little neat pieces that you can add to it. And eventually, you end up with this doohickey, right? So you've got your ship here, whatever you've designed, and this thing's actually relatively big. I mean, look how big this thing is. It's a lot bigger than I was originally anticipating, but cool looking little gunship. It's got the little pieces like you had in G.I. Joes when you were a kid, and you could push a button and it'll go shooting out. I'm not going to shoot my computer monitor, but yeah, cool little toys. And the reason I'm showing you guys this is because now they're going in the direction of stuff that's actually going to be up my alley. All right, so I've switched over here to their website, and you see it's Snap Ships, Build to Battle. All right, so this is a list of the toys, and they are neat little toys. So if you want to get some for your kids, cool, definitely go for it. But if we click on this third one here, we've got Snap Ships Tactics, and this looks like a board game. This is up my alley. So I saw this the other day, and evidently they are coming to Kickstarter with this, and it's coming later. I'm thinking maybe September from what they've been saying. I'm not exactly sure when it's coming, but the premise is they are developing a ship-to-ship combat game, think something similar to X-Wing, but it's based off of these components. So as you're watching these pictures scroll through here, you see it's all the same components that they're using for the toys themselves. Now, that's currently, this might change, but you can use those components to build these little ships. Now, these look a fair bit smaller, obviously, than the one I was showing you guys. This is more tabletop size. So whereas this one that I showed you, this gunship had something like 12 of those blocks as its core, these look to have something like 2 or 3, and then some wings and a cockpit and some weapons. But you can design your own ships. So you can add weapons, you can add missiles, you can, I'm assuming, maybe add armor, maybe adding wings or extra engines makes you more maneuverable, whereas adding extra weapons is going to give you more attacks. As we scroll through, I want it to go, where's the picture here? Let's see, that shows the weapons. All right, so you see here with the cards, and I can't stop this thing for scrolling for some dabbling reason, but it shows the attack for the different weapons. So I'm assuming that's the dice. And then it's got maneuver templates that go with the ships themselves. So depending on how you set up your ship is going to determine what type of tactics that you're going to be able to use. I like this idea. I'm not sure exactly how the blue and the red interact. Maybe that's points. Maybe that's a stamina system, something like that. But a game system similar to X-Wing, where you can design your own ships and then battle it out, is definitely something that's up my alley. I'm definitely intrigued by this. You can see in the pictures here an angled maneuver. Yeah, this little template here, it looks like that's used for movement and turning. I'm assuming depending on the types of engines or wings that you have, that's going to determine how far you can move, you know, whether or not it's a 90-degree turn, 45-degree turn, stuff like that. Maybe how many times you go forward, make so many turns on your maneuver. But this looks like this could be really good if done correctly. Now, I am hoping that they're going to do justice to the board game scene and their components, right? These ships are cool. They come with little display stands. The components themselves are quite nice. So if they're using that quality of stuff for the board game and they go the same level as far as like cards or tokens, templates, it looks like they're going to be using acrylic templates, nice dice. I don't see this as a problem. I see this as a win for us. If you're into this ship-to-ship combat stuff, definitely worth checking out. Also, you see here, it does say that there is going to be versus, co-op, and solo modes with an AI system to play against the game. So that's something that X-Wing is sorely lacking. Someone came up with that, Heroes of the Atari cluster. I don't know why Fantasy Flight never bothered to license that and print it and finalize it, design it out, and get it finalized for a production product, because people would have been jumping all the hell over that. But definitely come and put in your email address if you're interested in this, because I have no idea when the Kickstarter is launching, but it should be relatively soon, in the next handful of months. They do have a video down here that I'm going to click on and let you guys watch real quick. Yeah, so all it says is it's going to be coming in 2022. So I'm anticipating somewhere around early fall is probably when they'll do it. But if they do this justice, I'm expecting good stuff. Like, all right, so this one, the gunship that I showed you guys that I got for my little boy, it's got like the hell rotors type stuff on it. So maybe if you put those on your ship, you have the ability to stall and turn in place. Adding extra armor, adding different missiles. Maybe you build a bigger ship that's going to make you very slow, turn very wide, but you'll be bristling with guns and armor. Whereas a smaller ship on the board will be able to fly circles around you, but they're not going to be able to take it near as many hits. Or if there's even a progression system, maybe you earn points or money items that you can purchase and upgrade your ship and kind of customize it throughout a campaign. That would be an excellent idea. Really, at this point, from what I'm seeing, it all looks good. It's theirs to lose. So if they do it justice, which it looks promising, and if they do it right and not just as a gimmick just to sell more of the toys, but they have an actual good core game system that people can get behind, and even have it to where the toy pieces can be, co-mixed with the game, that would benefit them. It would get people into it. They would collect the ships. They would use those to modify their own little game ships that they could actually play with. I am excited for it. I just hope they have a good game system behind it. But it's not that hard to do it as long as they play test it and make sure nothing's overpowered or anything like that. Now, I will say, after poking around with this thing, it is sturdy, okay? Just as far as the build components go, the ones that connect, like the square pieces, the way that they connect to each other, it's very solid, it's stable. But some of the ones that don't connect as solid, they have I don't know, best way to describe it. Basically, it doesn't have the round and the square piece connector to it. If you put one of these together, you'll see what I'm saying. Those aren't as solid. They're designed that way so they can spin, right? So weapons and rotors, things like that, are designed that way. They're not quite as snug in there, and I could see the fits relaxing over time. And if they're designing a game where the point is to customize your ship and change parts around, they might have to engineer that a little bit better just to make sure that you don't have pieces like falling off your ships. I can see in the pictures, things like the wings and the cockpits all connect the good way, where it's in there nice and solid. I'm hoping the weapons do the same thing instead of the rotation like this. I mean, it's in there, as you guys can see, right? I mean, I'm holding it by the weaker of the two types of connections, and it's holding on there fine. But I could just see over time that connection might wear out just a little bit. So maybe, you know, they put a little thought into that, see if they can engineer it just a little bit better. But I mean, to be fair, these are designed as toys first, which is kids playing with them. So I don't know. We'll have to just see how they do with it. But I am gonna keep an eye on this one, and when they launch a Kickstarter, I'll do a little update video and see how everything's panning out with it. And key thing, it can't be too expensive as well. It has to be cost effective to get into it, because so many games are just getting prohibitively expensive at this point. But considering I got this shipped for $10, you know, all the parts with it, I don't see that being a huge issue. So let's cross our fingers they don't go too overboard with it. All right, that's going to be it for me on this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check it out. If you are into ship-to-ship combat, definitely one to keep an eye on. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.